Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a crock pot recipe. This is a requested video. We are going to do roast with potatoes and carrots covered in a brown gravy. I have my crock pot liner in and my crock pot set to high. So let's get started. We're going to grab out our roast. I have a very large roast here. It was the smallest roast that I could find when I went to the store that day. So let's go ahead and get it open. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. It's a little shaky. I'm doing it one-handedly. Let's put our roast into the crock pot. The crock pot liner does kind of bubble up every now and then. You just kind of pull it back and it'll let the bubbles come out. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our seasonings. So I have some seasoned salt, some minced onions, and a little bit of Tony's Creole. But you have to be easy with the Tony's Creole because it's kind of spicy. It's Creole. So let's go ahead and just put a little shake of that over our roast. I don't get too carried away with it or it will get very spicy. And then we're going to add in our minced onions. My family doesn't really like minced onions, so I can put some minced onions. Doesn't like onions, so I can put minced onions in, and it doesn't affect them. They don't crunch down on an onion, which is what they really don't like. So then we're going to go ahead and get out our seasoned salt. And I'm going to put a liberal amount of seasoned salt on it because we do like our seasoned salt, and that's going to be the biggest flavor besides the brown gravy. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get out our carrots. And again, I am sorry for the shakiness. I am trying to put these carrots in one-handed, which was not a smart move on my part. So let's go ahead. I got them all dumped in there. One little one hanging out in the bag. So then we're going to kind of move them all to the sides and leave the top of the roast empty because that's where we're going to put our potatoes. So let's go ahead and I grabbed my potatoes and we're going to put those on top and just kind of cover the whole roast with the potatoes. And I did do quite a few potatoes, and I did larger because they are going to cook down and we want to be able to see a potato and not just a small little shred of what might be a potato. So let's go ahead and get all those in there, and then we're going to grab our water. So I used 4 cups of water, and I'm sorry, I don't know why my camera was blurring really bad, but I poured 4 cups of water in, just enough to cover over top of the entire roast, and you can see it's kind of all covered, and I just kind of move everything around and make sure the water's covering everything evenly, and pull the bag back one more time before we put the lid into place. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our lid and put it on. Well, the camera is very shaky and very blurry at the moment, so there we go. Now we got our lid on and we're going to lock it into place. Mine locks into place. I don't know if yours locks into place. I know some smaller crock pots do not lock into place. So we've got it set on high and we're going to leave it for about 8 hours. It is a large roast. If you have a smaller roast, you could do 4 to 6 hours. So next we're going to make our brown gravy to go on top. So here we go. We have 1 cup of water and 1 packet of brown gravy mix, and you just whisk it in and turn it on high and bring it to a boil. Once it begins to boil, turn it down to low and let it simmer, and then you're ready to go. Simmer for 1 minute. Here I have poured off the roast